This video will show you how to use the search functions on Maryland land records, a digital retrieval system for land records in Maryland, a joint e-government service of the Maryland Judiciary and the Maryland State Archives. The website is landrec.msa.maryland.gov. Once you have signed in, you can select the county from the drop-down. You will see the date range that the modern electronic database covers, which is what these search features will mine. For our example here, which is Anne Arundel County, the search goes back to July 1967 and up to the past week or 2 weeks whenever you're accessing the site. To search land records prior to the earliest year listed here, click on Indices at the top to browse scans of historic indexes. But this video will focus on the text searchable years in the modern electronic database. The Maryland land records data has come from multiple sources with different data and rules. There can be misspellings or missing information, such as no middle name or no suffix like junior or senior. The best advice is to put in less information so you can capture more. Start broad and then narrow down. And we will go over multiple search options to make this easier. Then you can fine-tune the search to help narrow down what you're looking for. Use care when searching by middle name, suffix, and instrument type because these have been used inconsistently and vary by county. Here is what you will find in the search features, some of which we will dig into further in a moment. Clerk's initials, book and page number, a drop-down to let you vary how you search for a name, especially if you don't have exact spelling, whether it is the last name, middle name, first name, suffix, or a corporation name. Legal capacity, such as a trustee, nominee, or attorney in fact. Ownership, if you want to specify whether you are searching for an individual or a corporation. Party type, grantee or grantor. Grantor means the person selling or giving, and grantee means the person buying or receiving. We also see a section that says cross-reference book. These are books and pages that are related to a referenced book and page. You can even search by the date and date ranges. Now let's dig a little further into our search functions. We'll go to Montgomery County and search Schiffley, a name with a few spellings. For this first example, is only searches the exact spelling you give of a name. Begins with lets you type the first part of a name, such as TSCH for Schiffley, so that it searches for anything starting with that. Ends with lets us search for anything ending with, for instance, FLEY. Contains is useful for names that are easily butchered, like Schiffley, so that we can look for just the middle of a name. So let's look for any names with HIFF in the middle. Now, fuzzy filtering removes all spaces and special characters from your search criteria and returns search results that match the last name or the corporation name in the order of the characters in the search criteria. So, this search is particularly helpful in finding variations in corporation names. Please note that this filter does not match abbreviations. Like instead of typing out first, if we instead put a 1 for first, it's not going to recognize that. Instead, let's use the term LLC as an example in Baltimore City and hit search. It brings up entries even if a space was put between each letter, and that is how the fuzzy filtering can be helpful. Lastly, SoundX lets you search for anything that sounds similar or somewhat similar to Shifley. Two quick notes related to Montgomery County and Baltimore City in particular. Montgomery County is the only county allowing you to search by SDAT, tax account identifiers. SDAT stands for State Department of Assessment and Taxation. For other counties, you would use the SDAT real property search linked under the related links. Baltimore City, on the other hand, is the only jurisdiction on MD-Landrec where you can search by just the address instead of having to use the SDAT Real Property Search website to search by address. The SDAT Real Property Search is useful for all other counties if you'd like to search by address. Click on Related Links and then on SDAT Real Property Search. Select the county where the property stands, and then you can search by address. Entering an address will bring up search results where you can find the current book and page for a deed, which you can then enter when you go back to MD-Landrec. For more search assistance, see our other videos. Thank you.